Hello, Ozark Electric. Hey, we're busy up here at Ozark Electric. I want to give you a rundown on some of the things that we've got going on. Recently we just conducted our youth tour and cycle interviews. We have area students throughout our region and service territory that fill out an application and go through that process. They make it into a final selection. Then they go through an interview with a panel. And those students have been selected. So I would like to congratulate them right now. And we have Going to Youth Tour, and that's the trip to Washington, D.C., where we have students from all over the country, from rural cooperatives that go to D.C. and go through and go to the mall. They go to see a lot of the historical things that we know Washington, D.C. To have for the governance of our country. They tour that. They learn about what we do here in the United States and how our government works, and it's an incredible trip. And then the cycle trip, that's a statewide local trip to Jefferson City to do very much the same thing. And so those students have been selected. So I'd like to congratulate Jordan Daniels from Everton High School, Emma Peregrine from Sircoxie High School. Those are our youth tour delegates that will be going to Washington, D.C. to represent Ozark Electric. So thank you so much for doing that. And then our cycle winners that will be going to Jefferson City are Abigail Fulnecki from Nixa High School and Megan Lundy from Greenfield High School. Well done, ladies. Thank you so much, and have a great time. I'd also like to tip our cap to one of our own, Grayson Cole, who does these videos for us and is also in our Member Services Department. He has been selected to go to Washington, D.C. as a chaperone. So he'll be looking out for all the students that will be going up there. It'll be a great trip for him too. And so congratulations to Grayson on that honor as well. So thank you so much for that. And then also, we're into the time where graduations are coming up. You're having awards ceremonies at your local high schools, and I would like to congratulate. I won't list all those because Ozark Electric and the board invests in the future of our region, of our membership, and your kids and grandkids. They award 21 high school scholarships to help students on our system take that next step into pursuing what comes after high school, whether it's trade school or formal education at a university or college. We're doing that. So our staff, you've probably seen them, John Davis and Anna Ely and Grayson Cole. They're making those trips to those award ceremonies and blessing your kids and grandkids, the students on our system, with those scholarships. And so well done. Thank you for participating in the process and turning in and being selected. Well done to each one of those students. So, and good luck to your endeavors after high school. And then lastly, I want to touch on, it's spring, and we do a spring training of sorts every year here at Ozark Electric for our senior staff and for our directors. And it's a strategic planning that we get away. We do a 2-day training. We have folks come in and walk us through a SWOT analysis, meaning strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We take a look at those things and how is Ozark Electric positioned to engage in those things? Are we aware of some of the things that are out there that are opportunities or our own weaknesses? And so we turn a critical eye on ourselves and take a look at what we need to do better. Are there trends that are out there that are across the country or even in our region in Missouri that's maybe going to make its way to Ozark Electric Cooperative? And how can we do that? How can we meet that trend, engage in it, or if necessary, decide, well, maybe that's something that our membership is not going to benefit from or engage in. And so we've done that. And it was a good meeting, and it's something that we need to do every year to be intentional about leadership and decision making on your behalf. A lot of discussion around rates, what will drive rates in the future. A lot of discussion around the nation's grid and generation, and what resources will be available to us at what cost to be able to provide that service and deliver the energy you need to fuel your homes and your lifestyles. What's that like? Also, talk on EVs, the electric vehicles, and the move by automakers and the mandates that have been set out there and projected to try and move that. How are we gonna tackle that? What will that do in billing determinants for, if you have all of those vehicles charging at the same time, then that puts a challenge on the grid itself and on Ozark Electric and our transmission company and the company that provides our generation. And so a lot of talk about that and how we handle and prepare ourselves for doing that. What will the saturation of electric vehicles be that we need to be taking a look at, and then how will our rate structure can kind of capture that activity on our system. So those are all things that are on the radar. We're taking a look at them. The other thing is, how do we continue to grow out and work in tandem with more and more renewables coming onto the system at the residential level, and how do we balance that and make sure that deliveries of electricity are clean and dependable, reliable and affordable throughout our entire 9-county system. And so a lot of good things were discussed. We've got some action steps that we're going to take to try and be ahead of those things. We discovered some stuff too that you kind of take for granted when you're a company that's as old as Ozark Electric, and things just, they just work smoothly. You maybe don't visit them very well. So when we do this spring training and strategic planning every year with our directors and our senior staff, it's always good. We always glean something from it. And then there's always action steps that we need to take to make sure that we're doing the best by you that we can. So I want to tell you that is something that we do. I want to say congratulations again to all of our students. And I want to tell you to have a fantastic May, and I look forward to talking to you again in June. All right, so have a fantastic month, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.